How's it going, guys? It's just another quick licks lesson for you. This time it's a nice blues lick in the key of E, which involves a bit of finger picking, but you don't have to finger pick it if you don't want to. So I'll show you it fast now, and then I'll break it down for you, show you the picking, and talk about the context of it. So here's the lick. So this is my hat. And it's a blues hat, which lets know we're playing some blues. Anyway, the lick itself is in the key of E minor, as I said, and uses the E blues scale, which is this, which I'm sure you all know. It's in position 1 and in the lowest octave, so nice up high on the neck here. And involves a bit of finger picking on the first bit with a few little chord shapes and a descending run, and then also incorporates a slight bit of major scale with this note here, which sounds really good in a lot of things, which I'll show you later on. And yeah, I'll break it down for you now and show you all the notes, and then I'll show you the picking. Right, so we start this lick on the 2nd fret on the G, and we slide this up a tone to the 4th fret on the G, so you get this. And next we start a series of picked and finger picked little chord passages with a little chromatic run in it, which sounds quite complicated, but it's actually not. So I'll give you the first shape. We'll have the 3rd finger on the 4th fret on the G, then our swearing finger on the 3rd fret on the B, and then our open E. So you have this. And then we start a little picking pattern, which I'll show you slow now, then I'll tell you how it goes. So you start on the G, then the B, then back to the G, and then the 3 strings descending. So E, and G, so this. You can finger pick this or pick it, I'll show you that later on in the video. So you go from your slide straight into it, so you'd have this. A bit slower for you. We move on next to basically the same chord pattern, exactly the same picking, but with a different chromatic note. And that note is going to be the 3rd fret on the G. So we've moved from the 4th to the 3rd. So now what you'd have, with the same pattern, so G, B, G, E, B, G, you'd have this. So all together now you'd have this. As you can hear there is a 3rd pattern, which will lead us to a chord, which is a D. Because we would move our note on the G, now chromatically once again, to the 2nd fret. So we've gone from 4th to 2nd. So now that chord with the same picking progression is this. So all together you'd have this. Try that once more time for you. And that is the first half of the lick. Now I'll move on to a very simple little lick which uses a lot of octaves, and this one you can incorporate in loads and loads of playing, so now I'll show you that one. So this second little section of lick incorporates the major note that I was talking about So what you'd have is overall is this, and I'll show you that now. Here it goes. So you can hear the octave run there. I expect everyone has heard that before, very common blues. But the major note we have is this. Which is an A flat. So if you have your A major scale, it would be the third note. And it really adds a bit of flavour to blues licks. You can use it loads of places. I'll show you some examples at the end and it's really good. So this last little lick I'll show you quickly. On the G, open G, and hammer onto that major note, which again is another chromatic bit, onto the first fret G. So you'd have this. No, it's not Jaws. And as soon as you hit that, with either, you can do it with your pick or finger picking, pluck your open E. So you'd have this. A bit dissonant, but it will resolve. And our final bit is on the B string, 3rd fret, slide up to our octave of E, which is the 5th fret, like this. So altogether you'd have this. Just a funky little blues lick. So you incorporate that on the end of the last picking phrase I showed you. So altogether now you should have this. Here it is for you a bit faster. Funky little blues lick, I think you must agree. So now I'll show you some picking. So that was all the lick. Quite short but quite full lick, lots to do in it, and really classic blues lick. So I hope you learnt something from that one, and hopefully it'll get your hybrid picking going if you decide to hybrid pick it and look at the picking little inserts. And hopefully you'll like that one. I got a few more interesting blues stuff that I will show you guys soon. And blues is a good thing to know. If you're a guitar player, you should be able to play the blues, because the blues is badass. So more lessons up soon. I hope you found this one useful. I hope you enjoy the lick, and see you soon guys. Don't forget to subscribe.